What's up, guys? Conjo64 here. Oh, my bad. And I got these two boxes right here. Of course, one's smaller and one's bigger, like you can probably tell. So let's go with the bigger box. Let's see what's inside. Nothing right there. And we have Vector the Crocodile. Huh. Okay, it's, it can stand. I know we probably can, right? There we go, we have Vector the Crocodile. And of course, by the way he looks, this is the first wave of Vector. You know, the one with the gun pointing hand, pretty much. And it doesn't really look like he can move his hands, really. But let's see how many points of articulation he has. Okay. Well, we can only tell he has waist articulation and the tail articulation. And let's see, let's put his arms like that. It's not gonna lie, he does look pretty good. I don't really see any, nothing wrong with the eye. I can focus, he looks like he's looking straight at the camera, pretty much. But I can see bits of paint chip a bit, but barely, if you can barely really see it. Doesn't look like there's nothing wrong with his head, except for the side, the kind of the top of the headphones, but that's not really a problem. And also, he does have head, so his head stops to right there, and to the other side, the same way. So he doesn't have 360 head articulation, what it looks like. But you can see some paint, some mispaint on his golden chain necklace, pretty much. But that's fixable. Not a whole lot. You can, not gonna lie, the chain does look pretty good. I do like it, but if I'm being honest, I bet it would probably look way cooler with some gloss, make it glossy, with some of the because I do know there are some figures with glossy paint, especially with with Metal Sonic and some of those other gloss paint variants of characters. And of course, he can stand all the way up, if y'all can see that, but he can also bend his legs forward to, and what else? He has he has elbow articulation, but I don't know if he can. Doesn't look like he can move his hands. I can feel it, but it just seemed like it doesn't want to move. And that's fine, you know. Like, I'm probably not going to be using this vector a whole lot whenever I get back doing my stop motions, especially when I'm playing for Team Chaotix, whenever I can get part of the other characters. Not gonna lie, he is a pretty good character, but what I can see is this leg right here is very floppy, unlike this one. Like, but he is a pretty good character, and if you look back ways, he does look pretty cool. You can tell this leg is more outwards than inwards a bit, but if I'm being honest, this vector is pretty good. Like, if I gotta say, articulation is pretty nice. And all that. Except for, you know, this leg right here, but it's not a huge problem. If I gotta say, the pros and the cons ain't a whole lot. Like, the character looks good, there's not a whole lot wrong with him, but the cons is there is noticeable mispaint and chips on the character. Like right here you can see like some focus, you can see that, and right there is some mispaint, like it's chipped on like this side. What look like this side of the leg or this side of the shoe looks alright, not too bad, and the jaw looks pretty good, but where the teeth are you can kind of see it ain't too bad, but it's barely noticeable far away from the camera. But all around, he does have, I wanna say 360. Actually, that just looks funny. He's like, ah, my body. But, you know, he does have 360 for his tail and his upper chest, torso. But if I do gotta say, not too bad. It looks pretty good for you know, like there's not a whole lot bad with this Jazwares Vector figure. Like, he does have a loose leg, and there is chips with the paint a bit, but not too big. It's small little chip paint, but, and also he doesn't look like he has wrist articulation, what I can see from, but I can feel it. But let's go with the next character. Let's see what we have. Like I said, I can only tell Vector is probably gonna be falling a lot. Let's see who we got here. And we have Espio the Chameleon. really see a whole lot wrong with this character. But what I can notice is with the chest. Let's line it up. Like looks like there's a whole piece missing out of his chest or something. Or like, you know. But it ain't too bad. Eyes look good. So let's see with articulation. He has... I gotta be honest, I can feel his head is really hard, like it's really stiff, kind of hard to move. And I can tell he has he does have, you know, elbow articulation and wrist articulation. And also with the legs and the shoes the same way. But let's see. It seems like he can't. Okay, this arm right here, it can kind of move, but not all the way. I don't know if it's just a stiff joint or something, but it's not a big problem because, you know, you can pretty much just do this. Like it's not a huge problem, but he can stand pretty good. I don't see any like any missed paint, really. But if I do gotta say, not too bad. And he does look like he's, you know, from the games. But if I really gotta say, the way he's posed and all that kind of gives me that Sonic Heroes vibe. You know, the game where like the second game he was introduced and all that, because I do know the first game he was introduced in was Knuckles Chaotix. But of course their backstories were completely different. If I remember, Espio in Knuckles Chaotix was a detective and not a ninja. But if I do gotta say, he still is a detective, but more of a ninja detective, if I gotta say. Because, you know, Vector over there is the leader of the Chaotix Detective Agency. And I can tell Espio is more of the info gathering, or whatever the word's called, and can basically just, you know, go invisible, sneak into wherever you want, any place he can, and get the, you know, info. Of course, I'm also thinking about getting the purple cleared Espio and all that. But if I do gotta say, there's a lot I can basically use for, you know, this, you know, for Espio, especially for stop motion and all that. Because I do know in my stop motion series, I do know after season 1, I am going to introduce, well, not really, like, I do know, I don't know if it's going to be, like, as a end credit for season 1, or is it going to be later down later down in the series, after season 1's over, they might be introduced, you know, something like that. But he's okay. Articulation, pretty good. Pros and cons is, if I gotta say, this arm right here does seem like it doesn't really want to, like, I can feel it. It does want to move. Like, I can feel that. But that's the only cons I can see. But the pros is he's a pretty good figure. Not too bad. And yeah. But design wise, he knows just how he is in the game. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh yeah, scope wise, especially for Espio and Vector, the scope is phenomenal. It's pretty good. Let me just move him back and make him stand up straight. They do look pretty good, but actually let me put him in a good pose and show y'all. Ta-da! Now all I pretty much just need is Charmy to complete the chaotic crew. But guys, this is, Conor 64 here, going out. But before I do leave, these two characters do look good, and I do like them. Even if, Vector, does have some problems, but they're not too noticeable or too bad, and all that. But if I do say, these characters look. Oh wait, let me actually put them in a good pose. But these two characters look good, and yeah. But if I really gotta say, I like Espio just a little bit more than Vector. But if I'm being honest, both of these characters look pretty good. So guys, this is Conor 64 here. Peace out. Bye bye.